Hello students, welcome to Rayat Online School Education Project conducted by Rayat Shikshan Samstha Satara. Myself Shubhangi Jadhav. We were discussing about the chapter Solid State. This is our sixth lecture. In the previous lecture, we studied the packing efficiency of metal crystal in simple cubic lattice and in body-centered cubic lattice. In today's lecture, we will study the packing efficiency of metal crystal in face-centered cubic lattice, and also we will count the number of particles and unit cells in x gram of metallic crystal. So first see the packing efficiency of metal crystal in face-centered cubic lattice. We know the structure of face-centered cubic unit cell. Here, in this unit cell, the particles are present at the corner, and along with this, the particles also present at the centers of the six faces. Thus, 8 particles are present at 8 corners, and the 6 particles are present at the centers of 6 faces. Here I am showing you the front view of this face-centered cubic lattice. The middle particle is the particle which is present at the center of the face A, B, C, D, while particle which is shown by its center as A and C, these are the corner particles of this face. Now, if you observe this diagram, you will easily recognize that the corner particles are not touching with each other, but they touch to the particle which is present at the center of the face. Now, with the help of this information, we will decide the packing efficiency of metal crystal in this lattice. So, for that purpose, let's see the step first. Find the radius of sphere. Okay, we know that the radius of sphere is denoted by symbol r, but we have to express this radius in terms of edge length, and for that purpose consider the triangle ABC, this triangle. Here see the angle ABC is 90 degree, and therefore we can apply the Pythagoras theorem to this triangle. Here, with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we can write AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. And we know that these AB or BC, these are the edge lengths, and they are denoted by symbol A. And therefore, we can write AC square is equal to A square plus A square, that is equal to 2A square. With the help of this, we can easily write AC is equal to root 2A. This is obtained by taking the square root on both sides of the above equation. Okay. Thus, here this AC indicates the face diagonal of this cube. Here, this AC is equal to 4, and how it is obtained you can see. Here it is nothing but the sum of the radii of all the spheres which are touching to each other along this face diagonal. So here r plus r plus r plus r, it will give 4r. From these two equations we can write root 2a is equal to 4r. Thus r is equal to root 2 upon 4 into a. Okay. Now we will again modify this equation as r is equal to a upon 2 root 2. See how it is obtained. Here r is equal to root 2 upon 4 into a. You multiply this equation by root 2 and again divide it by root 2. The meaning will remain same. It will not be changed. And thus, by solving this, here you will obtain r is equal to a upon 2 root 2. Suppose this is equation number 2. Now see the second step. Find the volume of sphere. We know that the volume of one particle is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. That is equal to 4 upon 3 pi. Insert the value of r from equation number 2. That is a upon 2 root 2. Make its cube. Then here by simplifying you will get this equation is equal to 4 upon 3 pi a cube upon cube of 2 is 8 and cube of root 2 is 2 root 2. Okay. Thus, again simplifying it, you will obtain pi a cube divided by 12 root 2. In this manner, here the volume of sphere or volume of one particle is equal to pi a cube upon 12 root 2. But we have to find the total volume of particles. So see this third step to find this volume. We know that this is a FCC cubic unit cell, and for this FCC cubic unit cell, the number of particles per unit cell are 4, and hence the total number of total volume of all these particles will be easily determined as 4 into pi a cube divided by 12 root 2. Therefore, volume occupied by particles in this volume occupied by 4 particles in this cubic unit cell will become equal to pi a cube divided by 3 root 2. Now, with the help of these 3 steps, we will find the packing efficiency. We know the formula for packing efficiency, that is volume occupied by particles in unit cell divided by total volume of unit cell into 100. Now, insert the value of volume occupied by the particle as given in step 3, and it is pi a cube divided by 3 root 2. The total volume of unit cell is a cube, we know it, multiply it by 100. Now by simplifying you will obtain the answer as pi a cube upon 3 root 2 into 100. If you solve this equation, you will find the answer as 74%. Thus, the packing efficiency of metal crystal in face-centered cubic unit cell is equal to 74%. By knowing this packing efficiency, we can obtain the volume which is unoccupied, that is empty space, or it is also named as void. So void volume is equal to 100 minus 74, that is equal to 26%. In this manner, here we obtain the packing efficiency of the face-centered cubic unit cell, and you will observe here that this packing efficiency is more. That is, we can say that, or we can conclude that the particles in face-centered cubic lattice are closely packed than the particles in simple cubic or body-centered cubic lattice. That is, the most efficient packing is the face-centered cubic close packing. Now let's count the number of particles in x gram of metallic crystal. Suppose we have given the metallic crystal whose mass is x gram. Then how many particles are present in it is calculated by the simple relation as rho is equal to m into n divided by a cube into na. We know this relation. With the help of this relation, we can find the molar mass of that metallic crystal by rearranging this equation. So M is equal to rho into A cube into Na divided by N. Now we know the meaning of molar mass. Molar mass is nothing but the mass of that substance which is expressed in mole. Okay. And we know the meaning of 1 mole. 1 mole is the amount of substance which possesses Avogadro's number of particles. So here molar mass M contains Avogadro's number of particles, that is Na particles. Therefore, x gram of metal will contain x into Na divided by M particles. Thus, the number of particles in x gram of metal will become equal to x into Na divided by M. Now, we will insert the value of M as given above here. So, x into Na divided by rho into A cube into Na divided by N. On simplifying it, you will obtain it as x into N divided by rho into A cube. That is, number of particles in x gram of metal is equal to x into N divided by rho into A cube. This is an important relation to solve the numericals. Now, let's count the number of unit cells in x gram of metallic crystal. Here we know that the number of particles in x gram of metal is equal to x into N divided by rho into A cube. That is, here since N particles correspond to 1 unit cell, x into N upon rho into A cube particles will correspond to rho into N divided by, x into N divided by rho into A cube into 1 upon N particles. And from this relation, we obtain the number of unit cells in x gram of metallic crystal is equal to x upon rho into A cube. Okay. Thus, here with the help of these two relations, we will obtain the number of particles and number of unit cell in x gram of metallic crystal. Similarly, we can obtain the number of particles in volume V of the metal by equation V upon A cube. Okay. Now, all these three relations are very important. You remember well. Now, with the help of these relations, we will solve some numericals. See the first numerical. Niobium forms BCC structure. The density of niobium is 8.55 gram per cm cube and its length of unit cell is 330.6 picometer. How many atoms and unit cells are present in 0.5 gram of niobium? Now, first write the given parameters in this numerical. Here, see the density of niobium is given as 8.55 gram per cm cube. Its edge length is also given, that is 330.6 picometer. We have to convert it into centimeter. So it will become equal to 3.306 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeter. Again, the mass of niobium is given, that is x is equal to 0.5 gram, and here it is said that the niobium forms BCC structure, and for BCC structure we know that the number of particles per unit cell, that is N is equal to 2. Here we have to find the number of atoms in this niobium, and the number of unit cells in 0.5 gram of niobium. Let's calculate the number of atoms. First, here we know this formula. Number of atoms in x gram of metallic crystal is equal to x into n divided by rho into a cube. So the number of atoms in 0.5 gram of niobium is equal to 0.5 into 2 divided by 8.55 into 3.306 into 10 raised to minus 8, make its cube. Okay, solve it with the help of log table. You will find the answer as 3.25 into 10 raised to 21. We will calculate now the number of unit cells in x gram of metal by using the formula x upon rho into a cube, that is equal to, now put the values, x is 0.5, rho is 8.55, a is given as 3.306 into 10 raised to minus 8, make its cube. By solving it, you will find the answer as 1.62 into 10 raised to 21. Okay. Now, see the problems based on packing in solids. Such numericals or problems are also very easy, and they may be asked in MCQ type questions or the questions of 2 mark. Okay. See here, a solid with cubic lattice contains atoms A at the corners of the cube and atoms B at the centers of faces of the cube. What is the formula of cube? Here we have to deduce the formula of cube with the help of given arrangement of the particles. It is very easy. Now see here how this formula is determined. Here it is said that the cubic lattice contains atoms A at the corner of the cube. Means all the atoms of A are the corner atom, and we know that the contribution of each corner atom to that unit cell is only 1 upon 8, and therefore the number of A atoms which are present at the corner of the cube will be given as 8 into 1 upon 8, that is equal to 1. This is the actual number of A atoms present in that cube. Similarly, here B atoms are at the centers of the faces of the cube, and we know that the contribution of each atom at face center is only half. Okay, here there are 6 faces, and hence the number of B atoms at the centers of faces of the cube is equal to 6 into 1 upon 2, that is equal to 3. Thus, here there is only 1 A atom and 3 B atoms, and hence the formula of compound is AB3. Now see the problem based on packing in solids. I will read it. A compound is formed by two elements, X and Y. Element Y forms FCC arrangement and X atoms occupy 1/3 of the tetrahedral wards. What is the formula of compound? Here we have to deduce the formula of compound with the help of arrangement of atoms in the wards. Okay. Now see how it is determined. Here first see the element Y forms FCC arrangement. Okay, and hence the number of Y atoms will be 4. We know that for FCC arrangement the number of atoms per unit cell are 4. The X atoms are occupying 1/3 of the tetrahedral wards. So here we have to determine first the number of tetrahedral wards. We know the formula. Number of tetrahedral wards is equal to 2n. That is equal to 2 into 4. Okay. So it will become equal to 8. Now These X atoms are occupying only 1/3 of the tetrahedral wires, and therefore actual number of X atoms will equal to 1/3 into the number of tetrahedral wires, that is 8, that we have counted here, and thus we obtain the number of X atoms as 8/3. Therefore, here we can say that there are 8/3 X atoms and 4 Y atoms, and hence the formula of compound is X 8/3 Y 4. We will simplify it. You will obtain as X8 Y 4, or you can write it as X2 Y 3. In this manner, such type of numericals are asked in 1 mark type questions or in 2 mark type questions. So practice them. Okay. I hope you may understood all this part in this lecture. Thank you.